Let me pursue here. Let's get to, is this a case of giving a dog a bad name in order to hang it, shedrack?
You know what thing I like the APC for? They are good in what they do. They are very crafty, very, very crafty. If you want to know the debt of a state, there's a federal debt management office you go to. You don't go and create one small kekebo committee, pack APC people inside, and then go and check what the government says. Oh, they don't have an idea of what it is. And as we tell you today, Edo State internal debt is 98 billion, as handed over to them. And the foreign debt is 282 billion. And that money, as at 2020,
so that will be in the region of about 300.
Yes, 400.
Okay.
They went to say 600 and something because they are planned to steal 400 and something. They want to, they plan to borrow and steal. So that when you now come tomorrow, when Aswe Godalo comes and says, what's the money debt? Say that's what it is. We did not borrow. That's why I say, first of all, Nigerians who are disaster still must go and check what the debt is listed at debt management office.
But just a moment.
No, let me, okay.
You know, if I follow your analysis, it also means that the Edo State profile, debt profile, has risen maybe within the region of about 500% or thereabout from the figures.
It's not let me explain what made it even more. Because most of our debts are foreign, because basically was able to attract international loans and contributions. That debt you're saying, as at 2022, when dollar to exchange rate was about 450, that's when majority's money was borrowed. It wasn't borrowed recently when we went to leave office. Need any of those things in 2023 or 2024. It was in 2022, that was why I last recall the last money was brought in. So at that time, $1 to naira rate was 450 naira. It was because the clueless APC government came on ground and damaged the economy. The thing now rose to 1,700. If you use 450, that's by 4 times the price. Go and divide that money, 282 billion by 4. You see that the foreign debt is about 70 billion and the state debt is about 98 billion. Put together is about 100 and something billion. That was what Obaseki was owing before APC came on ground at the federal level, multiplied our sorrows at the federal level and damaged the state. And then I came now, we went to our sorrows. You see, I know this mathematics here is very, very, very simple. Then when you also talk about borrowing, Obaseki was a master in the act of attracting foreign loans. It was good at bringing foreign investors. See, when people spend money in government, I ask them one question. Because if me, as an individual, I go to a bank, I borrow 10 million, I add my 3 million to a 30 million, I go to a place and I buy a land. And because I buy the land at a low price, the land almost worth 15 million. And after 2 years later, the land is worth about 20-something million. And I give my child the land. I say, my son, you now inherit this land and inherit the debt of 10 million. And my son will now say, no, my father is a broke man. I want a man that does not owe at all, that has only 2 million account. Because you'll be confident knowing that this asset I have here, about 20 million asset, will easily, sheepishly take care of this loan. And when I sell and reconcile, I'll be in good millions. That is how a state is run. Obaseki was able to bring it. If you look at the numerous projects that are bound, when you talk about what Obaseki did that was novel, not known to our current client, you see the Radissi Blue. The Radissi Blue, we bought that land 2 billion naira. Go there today, see what 2 billion. We invested 14 billion into it in the renovation because we want to tie cultural development to hospitality. When people come to look at how Moa is now gaining international recognition, one of the places to visit in Africa. As Moa is more called to visit, is they going to stay in Protea? Protea is one of the best hotels we have in the only. There's no second. And that place is almost fully booked every single time. Let us create somewhere that people want to come to. When they come, they have a place to visit, they have a place to reside. Are you talking about the shop right where we put a center space for commerce? Are you talking about the interventions in the education sector, the Igoraki renovation and repositioning? You talk about the nursing center, you talk about the pharmacy school of health, you talk about the 2 modular refinery, you talk about the ethanol plant, you talk about the Oshomo power plant, Azura power plant.
All these are
all these things are assets.
Yeah, they are in Edo South.
No, okay, I may not be able to. They are in Edo South. I may not be able to argue. I will not be able to argue that one too much. Yes. Because the idea of say money project yes, because Basket believe that when you rent a house and you want to rearrange it, the first thing you start with the sitting room. Because that's where when people come to your house, that's what they see. People barely get to the kitchen and to the bedroom. And Benin City is the sitting room of Edo State, whether you like it or not. And if a basketball from Edo State believes that all of this dynamic, if you are bringing foreign investors, it's good to focus on where the population is dense. Healthcare, education, all those things is good here. I will fault him. Before now, we had a governor who came from Edo North, and he attracted stupendous development to Edo North. And when I saw that Basket's government did not really favor Edo Central and North, I also was one of those who said, let governors go to Edo Central, so that those people can also, in their own will, if it's based on rotation, then everybody will eventually get a share.
Okay, let me pursue.
But I want to see.
let me pursue. I'll come back to you in a moment.
I have something to say.
No, I know. Sir Adam Saliu, yes. What's your take on these conversations? So let me get the point you wanted to make.
Thank you very much. Yeah. What I want to make is this: when Monday Okebolo came into government, there was a transition committee that was set up to midwife this new government. Obasanjo thought it wise. Bring some of those persons who had worked with me, who understand what is happening in government, to also educate these persons who are coming in, because it's a different party. What did they do? They came there and started looking for sitting allowance. They say if Obasanjo is not paying them to come and listen to how to what the government, they will not come. They have squandered and jettisoned. When Mondekwebolo became governor, he went into the coffers of government. He did not announce how much he saw. Obasanjo left no less than 30 billion in the capital expenditure account. When Mondekwebolo and his APC cronies saw, they say, Obasanjo must have been a stupid man to leave this kind of money for us, and they dived into it. They started swimming in the money, and then they have finished the money, and now they come back. Look,
but these are mere allegations that you're making now.
I'm telling you, as a special advisor was the government, Obasanjo left no less than 30 billion.
No, what I'm saying is that you said he delved into it, and they have finished the money. He didn't give you part of the money. He didn't give you part of the money.
So when the government comes to power and does not tell you how much he saw in office, he went to gather some of his party men, and they gathered together and say, oh, don't say total debt, it's about 200. Increase the forest. Oh, we need to look to. It shows you the level of sincerity that this government has. Let them start by telling us what they saw when they came. Let them start by telling us the assets that those they have before they start to talk about the debt. That's my
okay. Dr. Galvin, yeah, but I wanted you to, conclude. All right. Shedrack, talk to me briefly about your take on...
when I saw the suspension, it came out at night. It was a very nocturnal suspension. It was about 8:30 almost 9. That's when they released it. But what came to it, I saw the strength of the word. The letter was heavily worded. It was as though they nearly added a punch to the suspension. And it came to me and I said, oh, Samson Osagie was the one that caught my attention. Samson Osagie is one of the brightest politicians Edo South has ever produced. 2-time House of Assembly, 2-time House of Rep member. And the man has stooped low to become a commissioner to ensure that he continually contributes to the growth and development of his development. And here was rubbish like this. That man on that very day was in Abuja, superintending over the tribunal case of Mondekwebolo, and yet they come and label him for financial infractions and grave official. For me, it's irritating and it's annoying. That's why I also took personal time to investigate what exactly, how did they amount to this. The man before daybreak, it's about 4:35, the man has already released a statement in public domain on his official Facebook handle that he has never touched money. He does not know where money is in this government. He has not seen anything like this, and he is willing and ready to appear anywhere, even before God, to prove his innocence. Then when I did my own investigation, I discovered very clearly that this issue was not bordering against financial infraction or anything. It was an instruction that came from the federal government.
Was there a document to that effect from the federal government?
No, let me explain to you. You know I'm in the corridors of politics. Yes. And you may say it's a rumor. Yes. And I will take it. You say
because we believe
you may say it's a rumor. But let me tie it. Listen to the rumor and know whether there's sense in the rumor.
Okay.
They had got to a point now where there's desperation in the tribunal. And the Edo State government now is now scoring for support, begging the presidency, please, we need you to help us. Do anything you can help us. If it's good lawyers, if it's good witness, you can help us. Anything, whether it's legal or illegal, help us with this tribunal case. It's telling us the truth. Then, of course, who they will meet in the presidency? They will meet the Attorney General of the Federation. And the General told them that when you were destroying the legacies of Tinubu, Scotland local government, sacking and suspending them, I told you to reinstate the local government chairman, and you refused vehemently. And the Attorney General wrote a letter to the Federation. That one is the public domain. Go and read it. A letter written by Samson Osagie to the Attorney General of the Federation. He made some dubious allusions, making it look as though the Attorney General didn't know his job or he was not a learned colleague. Then the man said, that's why they added Demia and they flocked two of them, according to say, the guy was in charge of the local government commission, and the man did not consult them. He didn't call them to ask them, say, you did something, what happened? They didn't know, they were not aware. They just brought the knife and they called the two of them to sell and send them away. It didn't matter. Even if you want to send somebody away, do you have to use such grievous letters, such grievous allegations as official financial infraction? Even Colonel Obaseki, whom they said was heartless, the man does not look back. He won't do so. Obaseki sent people out of government. Many of the letters that came out in public domain. It was because he needed to show that he was loyal and dedicated to the presidency. That he is willing and ready to do anything possible to save that tribunal case. That's why those two guys are 4 guys. Take it anywhere. They are 4 guys. And when they are just continue to uphold, you will know whether what Shedrack say is true or wrong. So for me, I feel this is a political exigencies. For the people APC to now come forward and say, oh, it's because Mondekwebolo has zero tolerance for financial corruption is a big lie. Okay. As I speak to you now, the thing that nothing flows faster than money that's been moving from the.
All right. If